Oh, there's still 4 inches of water in here. There's your problem. You got a crack in your pipe. Wow. A crack in your pipe. There's the crack right there. Come here this morning, there's water all over here, and Grandpa was in here working. I said, what happened? I thought this flooded over, and it almost did. But here we are in the tack room. This is where the water goes back to the corrals. And down here, there was water leak, and this was full, so Grandpa pumped it all out, and now we're gonna shorten the hoses up. A couple things that I wanted to mention before we get into this branding episode. Some of you guys that are new to the channel, you might not be familiar with the farm and the ranch life, and there might be a big question to the why. Why would you do that? Because it seems like a cruel thing. And this has been happening for, I don't know, I did a little research last night, and over 2,000 years anyways, before there's signs of it before Christ, or documented history of it before Christ even walked the earth. And we're going to be branding. What we're doing is we have to identify the cows, and it's a way to permanently identify the cattle. And these are the ones that are going to be going to community pasture. All the cattle will be mixed up with the rest of the community's cattle. If they lose an ear tag, which it happens all the time, we still have a way to identify whose cow is what. That's the biggest reason that we've done it. But there's also been in the back, what do they call them? The cattle wrestlers in the past that have stole cattle, and it's still happening today. I guess across North America, so many thousands of cattle are stolen. We had one time I was in at the auction mart, and one of the bigger ranchers, he came in and they said, we just sold 3 of your calves, and he didn't even know. Or I think they were yearlings. We sold 3 yearlings. He didn't even know he was missing them. So how that happened, I don't know if it was an honest mistake or whatever, but they were his, and he rightfully so got the money for it. Somebody else was going to cash in on his cows. So we're setting up the last few details here for branding. We're going to get the tagging system set up there. Grandpa usually refills the vaccinations on top of here. Tagging system there, branding irons here. And we're going to time lapse it and set you guys up. We put a few screws here, and you're going to look right here around and see if it holds the phone. Right there, you guys can be a fly on the wall as a spectator. That's all we're going to do for you. Come along, stay tuned. You guys won't see all of it, but we bring the herd, and we're only doing 60 pairs, only half the herd. So they come in here, and we're gonna the whole herd, and then we're gonna let the cows back out and cut the calves off into here. So the branding irons will be here being heated, and the branders, whoever's running the irons, will come out to the wrestlers will be out here, and they'll be branding the calves on the ground right there. I set a fly on the wall, but you guys are going to be a fly on the fence post. And then what we got is we got our Canadian cattle identification tags in here. We have one calf that we couldn't catch here that we got a tag yet. The pair identification. So all these tags are going to be in here. I think we got 75 tags in there, so we got plenty of tags. These are our community pasture number. Every calf gets a 74 in the right ear, so we got tag impliers here. This goes along here with 120 because I know it's a bull calf and he needs a ring. I don't think we're going to need this. And then we got a bunch of in here. I haven't brought the vaccinations out yet, the syringes, but we have a marker here. Usually Grandpa has one of the grandkids come along with him and mark the top of the calf's back with a marker, and they just put a stripe down the calf, mark their back so we know that they're vaccinated. We never missed any. But this is just kind of everything in a nutshell. We bring drinks out. I've already had a couple Coca-Colas, you can see, in a spot for guys to throw their cans, and then so the garbage isn't blown all across the country. I bought a garbage can, extra propane bottle. God has richly blessed me. I know that some of you guys in your comments have said, may God richly bless you, and He has. And it's in here. It's none of this stuff. And even with like this time that I asked my helper to be here at 3 o'clock, and he richly blessed. I didn't know how my day was going to go. The cows moved really nice across the road into the bull pasture. I didn't know how my day was going to go, but He richly blessed me. And as I was just sitting here reading the Holy Bible, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, man, how blessed I am to be able to have this book in my hands. And I just finished reading through the Gospel of John, and in the very last verse of his Gospel, in John 21, verse 25, John writes, Jesus also did many other things. If they were written down, I suppose the whole world could not contain the books that would be written. And then I wrote, I've been highlighting, and I wrote, it's hard enough for the world to contain this book. It's hard enough to me. I've been studying this book, and man, are we truly blessed to have this. And we take it for granted sometimes. It's like a chore that, hey, go read your Bible. Somebody's prodding you to do it. If you looked at it as a blessing, that you actually have this material, some people in the world don't have this material. If you looked at it as a blessing, I'm pretty sure that you would. I'm just thinking the day that I don't have this book, I sure hope that it's embedded into my heart. The day that I can't actually sit down and look, we are so blessed. Open it up, read it. So blessed. Hey, girl. There's that white spot. And how does cancer ice start? Corey's got a lot of it to go now too. A couple weeks, he puts his bulls in a couple weeks later, and he's all by himself, and he calves out twice as many cows, twice as many heifers. So I try not to make him my idol, but it's pretty impressive because I know what work it is to do this many. Okay, you guys, remind me not to keep this calf back for anything. He's trying to fight me. Put him on my lap. This calf was running me. Hopefully he doesn't try to go now, otherwise we got to put the camera down. His mom is a half-mile up the coulee, and he was laying in the Caraganas. We go to hide. We're going to try to get him up there. Give him a ride. I don't know how many times I can say that I've done this countless times every calving season. Leave the legs for the calf. I feel for the little guy actually. So we're going to help him get to his mom, and hopefully they can find a spot up here to just chillax. Chillax a little bit. There we go. What do you think, Brody? How did that go? Do you have fun?
Yeah.
What was the best part of branding? Seeing everybody, yeah. What was your job?
I loaded all the taggers up for you.
So we had to tag them with a radio tag. And do you know how many sets of wrestlers we had? There was a lot. That was good.
And they kept on switching them out.
So we had 4 from Cousin Aaron's family, right? So that's 2 sets. That's 2 sets of wrestlers right there. And then from Uncle Kelly's family, we had a set and a half, right? Easton Carter and Theron. And then Merrick filled in there, so that's 2 more sets. That's 4 sets. 4 sets of wrestlers. Oh, and then Phil, yeah, and he jumped in. That was huge. And then Aaron, yeah, he was jumping in wherever. Yeah, that was good. Thanks for coming along today. I don't know what you guys are going to even see. We haven't even looked at if we even got any footage. I'm not sure. But make sure that you stay tuned for our next video. Give us a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe, right?
If that button go down, turn your phone like this, and if that button's red, make it gray.
If the subscribe is red, make it gray.
Make it gray.
And you can make it gray by clicking right up here, right? Yeah.
Here.
Click right up there in the Great Hope Ranch icon.
Video right here.
Watch a new video right here. We'll put a new video right there. Stay tuned for our next video.
Stay tuned.